oh my God, these feelings just begun. I'm saying things I've never said, doing things I've never done. Oh my God.
Since launching in 2005, UK Black Pride has become the biggest black queer event in Europe. Its growth mirrors a growing visibility and confidence in all areas of public life and popular culture.
I had never seen black queer people take up space in that way before, and that felt powerful.
When I went to Black Pride, I was like, whoa, what's going on here? This is amazing.
When I walked in, I was like, it's carnival, but it's queer. Oh my God. It was amazing.
This success is built on the victories of a committed group of extraordinary men, women, trans and non-binary people, whose courageous acts of self-expression and communal acts of solidarity have expanded and enriched queer black identity. Black Pride is their legacy, but many of their stories have never been told. These are their moments, the moments that shaped queer black Britain. The early 1970s marks the end of large-scale black immigration to the UK. Ted Brown came to Britain from America when he was 9 years old. He has been an active campaigner of LGBTQ rights for 50 years.
I came out to my mother around April 1965 when I was 15. Now, I knew that my mother wouldn't reject me unless I was doing something that was malicious and harmful to other people. And I expected that she would simply be tolerating my sexuality. But in fact, she was quite positive. She said to me, you're going to have to deal for the rest of your life with the hostilities that people have both towards black people and towards gay people. And I hope that you have the strength to face that.
Ted campaigned against the Sexual Offences Act, which became law in the UK in 1967. The act legalised consensual sex between two men in private, but only if they were over the age of 21.
Sex between men under the age of 21 was still illegal, and their restrictions about privacy were very, very broad, which meant that if you lived in a block of flats and you had your own apartment, you couldn't have sex with your partner because there were other people in the building. So that's how strict that law was.
In 1971, Ted joined the Gay Liberation Front Youth Protest March from Hyde Park to Trafalgar Square and seized the moment to make a bold statement.
So we decided that we would openly kiss each other in the park before we launched the march. I was very lucky because it actually enabled me to kiss two guys that I fancied that I wouldn't have been able to get my hands on under any other circumstances.
Ted's active involvement with the Gay Liberation Front was all the more extraordinary because there was no one else like him.
Many people saw that this was mainly a white event and didn't feel welcome. I was determined to ensure that there was at least one black face in these major demonstrations that were taking place. And you can see me as the lone black person at Trafalgar Square and at the beginning of the march.
Fearing the reaction from whites and blacks, many black LGBTQ people felt they had to hide their true identities in the 1970s. But Ted was one of very few leading the gay liberation struggle. His kiss was a triumphant moment of rebellion. From their revival in the 1950s, black people were often barred from white social spaces. In order to party and relax, they gathered in illegal after-hours drinking places called shebeens. However, black LGBTQ people were often unwelcome here as well. Patrick Liverpool was a church pastor and an openly gay man. After arriving in Huddersfield from Curaçao, he settled in Brixton, South London. From the moment he provided a safe space for young black gay men who needed help, advice and support in the face of hostility from the outside world, his house became both a refuge and a party venue.
I knew Patrick was an older black gay man that was out there, and I knew he was kind of a father to lots of young black gay men who might have been rejected by their families or needed care and needed support. So I know that Patrick held that space for lots of people. Because Patrick was Brixton, and there, when I came out, there was this whole idea of the Brixton Queens, which were our own little kind of group.
Where Patrick's parties were mainly for gay men, Pearl Alcock ran a shebeen where lesbians were also welcome. Veteran activist Dirk Arp Richards was a personal friend of Pearl's.
I was with a friend, a straight friend, and Pearl said to me, "I'm bisexual, you know." And they were immortal words for me that Pearl spoke, and I felt a kindred spirit. I had a friend for life. She was running a shebeen in her basement. It's an illegal drinking and dancing spot.
You know, you'd peel down the wallpaper with how you're winding down and the windows had black bin liners on, and you'd come out in the morning and everyone's going to church and you're in your little Batty Rider shorts and belly top. They were still so important, and they're still an important part of our journey and our history.